Welcome, Gems, to something a little different. Today, we'll be playing Kenshi and going through the eyes of the Lost Five. Let's begin with introductions. Asa, Core, Esco, Trav, and Piv. All these characters wandered off into a nearby town called The Hub. Starting off, we immediately see a robot that looks out of place in the world here. We walk towards the machine in curiosity and seem to express a hunger for battle. Sure, the Lost Five may not want to wage wars at this very moment. However, it's not going to stop us from needing protection. We grabbed our battle-hardened friend and made it to the bar. After finding nothing, we sold our blunt sticks and headed over to Squin. It seemed like a bunch of residents weren't too keen with us skeletons, but we ignored them. Heading to the gates of Squin, guards approached us and asked to empty our pockets. Well, we had to oblige, so we did. We walked to each of the stores and found that we couldn't really afford anything, so we did what we did best, grinded out money via mining. Trav did all the mining, while Esco transported the goods. And don't worry, Trav loves his job. Don't you, Trav? Meanwhile, I sent Core to do some scouting. Core had found a raised holy site. All that Core found was trash weapons, and a few that was worthwhile to keep. I sent Core down to the others, where they were slowed down by the weapons. Back to the other group, the mining continued until the gate was attacked. I had the remaining Lost Five go and help the guards, and of course, bring their skills up. We stripped the bandits of their belongings and used them for ourselves or to pawn it off. At the same time though, Core had been under attack by the same bandits. I had the group drop everything to go and help them out. Luckily, the guards ran out to help before they could do any lasting damage to the poor speedster. That is when I saw in the distance was another robot similar to our friend. I had Asa approach it and ask questions and such. In the end, it needed money for repairs, and we were broke, so we had to go back and get him later. These are such sad times, I tell you. After stripping the bandits of their belongings, we helped Core with its injuries and sent them on their way. Here's hoping Core would outrun them next time. The remaining Lost Five continued mining in generally not a thrilling sight, such as what Core is going through. Stumbling upon an outpost, I had Core take a look at what's inside and found useful items on one of the merchants. I had planned out where we would sell next. Coming across a bunch of hungry bandits, they tried to shake down a robot of food. Now, either it must be starvation or stupidity. Either way, they chased one of the fastest robots in the group for quite a long time. So much so, they even forgot I was being chased while gazing inside a destroyed home. I had Core go back for the merchant, so I may purchase materials for the new place. Once the remaining Lost Five arrive. Unfortunate timing arrives as remaining Lost Five were ambushed by hungry bandits yet again. Esco went down quickly due to being overrun or not healing up. Either way, I sent Core over to support, but with how fast he can be, the battle was over. However, looking back, I noticed Piv lagging behind. How strange. The battle was won and Lost healed up and continued to make their way to the base. I had Core set up the base building materials, and soon enough the base had been coming along as expected. I had Core gather materials from a nearby ruined outpost and brought them over to the base. By now more hungry bandits came, but not for us, but for the beef they were passing by. A dust bandit boss had been yelling in my front lawn demanding taxes. Since the Lost Five are robots and I think taxes don't apply to them. So, I had Asa break the man's jaw. For some reason, this turned into an all-out fight. The next few days, the Lost Five had built up a sizable base where we'd be living until we need to move. Thank you again for sticking around to this point, Gems, and have a good rest of your day.